Donald Trump, from businessman to president. Chapter 1. Young Trump. Donald Trump was born on June 14, 1946, in New York City. His father, Fred Trump, was a successful businessman who built houses and apartments. His mother, Mary Ann MacLeod, was from Scotland. Donald was one of 5 children and grew up in a large house in Queens. From a young age, Donald was energetic and competitive. He enjoyed being a leader but sometimes got into trouble at school. To instill discipline, his parents sent him to the New York Military Academy when he was 13. There, he thrived, excelling in sports like football and baseball while learning the value of discipline and hard work. Chapter 2. Entering the business world. After finishing military school, Donald studied at Fordham University before transferring to the Wharton School of Business at the University of Pennsylvania. He developed a deep interest in real estate and finance, learning from his father's business experience. In 1968, after graduating, he joined the family company, the Trump Organization. Donald had big ambitions. He didn't just want to build homes. He wanted to create landmarks. One of his early successes was the redevelopment of the Commodore Hotel into the Grand Hyatt, a project that showcased his ability to make strategic deals and brought him recognition in New York's competitive real estate scene. Chapter 3. Building an Empire. Donald Trump's ambition only grew. In the 1980s, he expanded his business into Manhattan, creating one of his most iconic projects, Trump Tower. This glittering skyscraper became a symbol of luxury and success. The tower housed shops, offices, and apartments, attracting celebrities and business elites. Trump didn't stop there. He ventured into the casino industry in Atlantic City, investing in large and luxurious casino resorts. He also began branding his name, placing Trump on hotels, airlines, and even bottled water. His book, The Art of the Deal, published in 1987, became a bestseller and further cemented his image as a business genius. However, the real estate market is unpredictable. While Trump experienced major successes, he also faced financial struggles, particularly in the early 1990s, when some of his businesses, including his casinos, suffered heavy losses. Chapter 4. Facing setbacks and reinvention. The early 1990s were tough for Trump. A downturn in the real estate market left him deeply in debt. Some of his companies had to declare bankruptcy, and he had to negotiate with banks to restructure his loans. At the same time, his personal life was making headlines. His highly publicized divorce from Ivana Trump and later marriage to Marla Maples became a favorite topic in tabloids. Yet, Trump was not one to back down. He reinvented himself, focusing on branding and licensing. He put his name on real estate projects without necessarily owning them, reducing financial risk while maintaining his image as a luxury developer. By the late 1990s, his business was back on track and his brand was stronger than ever. Chapter 5. Becoming a television star. In 2004, Trump took a bold step into television. He became the host of The Apprentice, a reality show where contestants competed for a chance to work for him. His signature phrase, "You're fired," became iconic. The show was a massive success, making Trump a household name. He used this platform to expand his brand further, launching merchandise, books, and even a university. Some saw him as an inspiring businessman. Others viewed him as a self-promoter. Regardless, he mastered the art of using media to maintain and grow his influence. Chapter 6. Entering politics. Although Trump had hinted at running for office in the past, it wasn't until 2015 that he officially announced his candidacy for president. His campaign focused on issues like immigration, trade, and bringing jobs back to America. He used social media, especially Twitter, to communicate directly with voters, bypassing traditional media channels. Trump's campaign was unconventional, often controversial, but highly effective. He built a strong base of supporters who felt unheard by traditional politicians. His direct and sometimes provocative speeches resonated with many Americans who wanted change. Chapter 7: The 2016 Election. Few expected Trump to win the Republican nomination, but he did. He then faced Hillary Clinton in the general election. The race was intense, filled with heated debates and strong opinions from both sides. Polls predicted a Clinton victory, but on November 8, 2016, Trump won the presidency in a shocking upset. His victory revealed deep political divides in the country. While some celebrated his triumph as a victory for outsiders in politics, others feared what his leadership might bring. Chapter 8: The Presidency and Challenges. As president, Trump implemented policies focused on economic growth, tax cuts, and deregulation. He also made controversial decisions, such as withdrawing from the Paris Climate Agreement and implementing strict immigration policies. His presidency was marked by strong stock market performance, but also political turbulence. One of his biggest challenges came in 2020 with the COVID-19 pandemic. The crisis disrupted the economy, and Trump's handling of the situation was heavily debated. The pandemic became a major issue in his re-election campaign. Chapter 9: The 2020 Election and Aftermath. In 2020, Trump ran for re-election against Joe Biden. The race was deeply divisive, with debates over the pandemic, racial tensions, and the economy. After a highly contested election, Biden won. Trump refused to concede, claiming voter fraud. The controversy reached its peak on January 6, 2021, when a group of his supporters stormed the U.S. Capitol. After leaving office, Trump remained politically active, continuing to influence the Republican Party and shaping discussions about future elections. Chapter 10: A Political Comeback. Despite losing in 2020, Trump did not fade away. In 2024, he ran for president again and won, becoming the second U.S. president to serve 2 non-consecutive terms. His return to the White House marked another major shift in American politics. One of his first major acts was reversing a proposed TikTok ban, a move that won him favor with younger voters. He also pushed for policies that favored American businesses and strengthened trade restrictions on China. However, his stance on environmental issues, such as withdrawing from climate agreements, sparked international criticism. Looking back, Trump's legacy. Donald Trump's life is a story of ambition, resilience, and controversy. From a real estate mogul to a reality TV star, and then a 2-time U.S. president, he has shaped American politics and business in unprecedented ways. His supporters view him as a fearless leader who challenges the status quo, while his critics see him as a divisive figure. Regardless of opinions, his impact on the U.S. and the world is undeniable. As history unfolds, Trump's legacy will continue to be debated. What remains clear is that he has changed the landscape of American politics forever.